This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So now example, there is a one file, there is one server. Okay. In this server, different groups are having access. One is a admin group, I can say admin group, and then second one is a application group. Okay, application. So there is one file called under var log. There is a file called application log. Example. Okay, app log. There is one file called under var log app log. Okay, this log file need to be used by admin, and this log file need to be used by application user. Okay, there is one user, both the cases, there is one admin who is present on this, and there is one application user who is present on this. Okay, so example, this log file which is created by application. Okay, so वो file कैसे रहता है? App is a group. Example, app group, and app user and app group को own करता है, and file name is app log. And if admin team also want to access that, just change the group ownership. App will be the same, and admin and app log. So ऐसे भी change कर सकते, or else you can do others को permission दे सकते, या नहीं तो group में permission दे सकते. You can
Okay.
do as per your requirement. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Any other doubts? So shall we start today's class then? Shrikant, Nivedita, Gaurav, Sujit need to join. I don't know. Gangadhar, Anil. Okay. Okay, we'll start. Meanwhile, only one person need to join. Okay, so up to yesterday, what we learn? We know how to add a group. How to add a group. How to add user. How to add a user with the full command. We know user mod. Sorry, user add. User add -u uid -g guid -d for home directory -m ఎందుకు ఇవ్వాలో చెప్పాను. m if your home directory is not present, it will create -m -c for comment -s for shell and user id. So this is the full command which you need to use. User add -u -g -d -m -c -s user add. Okay, so okay, one user has been added. How to set a password for him? How to set a password for him? The command is, without password this user can't be able to log in, right? So to set a password, the command is passwd. Passwd is the command to set a password for him. Passwd username. So it will ask a password, which password you want to enter, and you can enter. It will ask for the confirmation. You can enter 2 times password, and this user password has been changed. So whenever you run this command, it will update etc passwd, and etc shadow. These two files will be updated whenever you run user add command. but etc shadow will having only X until you set the password. Whenever you set the password, the new password will be changed in a etc shadow file. In place of X, it will give you the converted form of your password. Let me show this. Internet connection. Still the IP is not up. Because of that reason, I am not able to connect. Turn off. Connect. Now the IP up. One 92, 168, 134, 192, oh, SSH 192.168.1.134. Okay. Now I am into this user. See, let me add user add test 10. Okay. So if you want to give, I will give -u 333 -g 10. Wheel is a 10 group. Yesterday we have already seen 10 is a wheel group ID 10. Then -d home test 10 user and -c comment. This is the test user -m -s /bin/bash test 10. I have added user, then grep test 10 etc pass wd. See, this user has been added. This is a user ID. This is a placeholder for password. And this is user ID. This is my group ID. This is my comment which I have given. And this is my home directory. And this is my shell. Okay. Same thing, grep from shadow. Yes, shadow also see here. Placeholder for password is double exclamatory. It means no password has been set. Let me set a password. Pass wd test 10. I'm giving password. Now let's see. Password still same. Okay, placeholder for the password is still X. But then check to shadow. See, in place of exclamatory, what it gave for you, it gave this much big number or something. So this is your encrypted format, which is understanding by Linux. Your password is saving like this. Before password set, it gave double exclamatory. Double exclamatory means no password has been set. You need to see like this. One user is not able to log in. First, you need to check in a shadow. First, you need to check in the password. password will give you, password file will give you, passwd will file give you whether user is present or not. ఆ యూజర్ ఉన్నాడో లేదో చెప్తుంది. grep password, grep username, etc passwd. If that user is present, then it will display. Then go to shadow file. Shadow file, you need to check that user's password is set or not. If it is double exclamatory, that user password is not set, then you need to set the password. If the user is already having the password, it might be another problem we need to troubleshoot. Okay, so troubleshoot need to be start like this. Any user administration, if one user is not able to log in any server, first check whether that user is present or not using grep username, etc passwd is the file where all users are located. Okay, then if that user is present, then check whether that user's password is set or not. Okay, to check that, grep username, etc shadow. If etc shadow is having here second column is password placeholder. If it is having double exclamatory, then you need to set the password using this. Okay, if it is instead of double exclamatory, then it is having like this, then you need to troubleshoot in another way. I will tell you what is another ways. Okay, why it is not able to log in, we need to check. But if it is double exclamatory, the first thing you need to do, you need to set the password, then you need to send that password to user. He will be try to able to log in. Okay, so that is how troubleshooting will be. I hope you understood what files will be updated. Okay, and also it will be updated my groups file, grep 10 etc. See, 10 is updated with these users. Okay, 10 is also updated here. This only having secondary users name, secondary group users name. I will tell you what is primary group and what is secondary group, but first see, this file also updated when you run user add command. Okay, when you run group add command also, this file is going to update it for new group. When you run user add command, whatever the group which is going to give here the users list is going to add at the end. Okay, example, I have added this user under wheel group, user mod hyphen capital G 10. Now see, now I got test 10 also. Okay, so wheel group is having these many users. So this groups file also is going to update it if you give with the hyphen capital G. I will tell, I am going to say what is capital G and what is small g. Okay, so if you are going to give hyphen capital G, this file also is going to update it. Total 3 files is going to, maybe this might be one important question when you run user add command, what are all the files is going to change in a server. One is etc passwd, second is etc shadow, and third is etc groups. etc group is a file which is having all the groups information. These 3 files are going to update. Okay, so now coming to the point, what is capital G and what is small g. Okay, while adding, actually we can add a user can be part of multiple groups. Example, I'm a person, my user is Lakshmi. Okay, so I'm a person, I need to be part of multiple groups. What is the use case? Okay, so the use case is I'm a part of admin group, and also I'm a part of another group who required my presence. For example, maybe I can say, okay, troubleshooting. Only troubleshooting, for troubleshooting purpose, we have created one group. So only troubleshooting able to do by this user. So maybe on top of this user, we are going to give root privileges. This group, we are going to give root privileges. Okay. So I can give my name an admin group. As an admin, I will be part of this group, and also I'm a example WhatsApp groups. We are creating WhatsApp groups. So you will be part of, first of all, your college group. Okay, college group, you will be part of your college group. Inside that you will be part of your stream group. Maybe if you are belongs to EC, if you are belongs to CSC, if you are belongs to triple E, you will be part of that groups also, right? So a person can be part of multiple groups, a user can be part of multiple groups. Same like that, a user can be part of multiple groups even in Linux also. So the user must be part of one group that is called as a primary group. So the user can be part of any other groups, that groups called as a secondary groups. Secondary group. Okay. So to add one user into primary group, we can use -g. Okay. While running user mod command, we will run -g. It means the user will be the user primary group, which we are going to give here the user group ID. For example, in previous command, we give -g10. It means this users, this user primary group will be, group ID will be 10. If you pass -G some group ID, okay, so this user secondary group, will be this 101. Okay, why we need to give primary group and secondary group? The user must be part of, at least one group, if you run only user add command, user add test to user, so what it is say doing, it is creating one user for you, and it is creating a default group with the same group. Okay, it means it's creating one default group and adding that user into this group. Let's test it. Come to console. Let me run just user add. I am passing all the information except to group information. 444-C comment will be, this is to test group. Okay, -S bin bash -D slash home slash test 123. Okay, -M test 123. User add group test 123 exists. You want, okay, see this test 123 group already present under. Because of that reason, if you want to mention, use this, otherwise how can I create? It's saying like this group test 123, what it is trying, it is trying to create user with this, and it is trying to create a group also with this name. Okay, it's saying group is already present. If you want to add this user under this group, just mention -G test 123. Okay, understood? Let me give like this 124. See what it is saying? It's added, because what it is trying, to create a user with this. It is also trying to creating group also with this. Why? Because what I told, the user must be added in at least one group. Here what I am trying to do, I want to create a user, I didn't mention any group. It's trying to say this group is already present with the name of this. So if you want to add, use this -G, otherwise I can't be able to create a user. Why? Because you didn't mention any group information. This group is already present, but you didn't mention that group. So use -G, then only I can add this user. This command is trying to create a user with this, trying to create a group also with this. This group is not present, because of that reason this is added. Grep this in etc group. See, this also added. Grep test1 to 4 etc pass wd. See, this also added. This is user, this is a user ID, and this is a group ID. This is a group ID. Group ID is same with user ID. Okay, it means it will create one group at least to create a user. User must be part of at least one group. Okay, so that group is called as a primary group. So the other groups which user can be part is called as a secondary group. How to add a user in a secondary group? User mod is a command hyphen capital G. For example, I need to add this user into wheels group. Group ID, where I can get group ID? Cat etc groups. Group. So here these are all group IDs. For example, I want to add one user, this test1 to 4 user in one group. Example 996. Okay, I want to add one user into 996 group. User mod hyphen capital G 996 space user ID. Then I have added now grep 996 etc group. See here, my user has been added into 996 group. Please be very careful. The primary group is not showing for this user. Example, if you see, if I added any user as a primary group in a group information, it is not going to show. Only secondary group, for this user secondary groups only it will show here. Okay, primary groups are not going to show. Su hyphen test1 to 4. Okay, I have login groups. If I run groups, here it's showing my groups information. To see my groups information, the command is, I need to log in that user, and the command is groups. See, I am the part of test1 to 4 group. I am part of CGRED group. CGRED group is 996. See here, 996, the group name is, see, CGRED. The command to see the groups is the command. You can, I log in as a test1 to 4 user. See, test1 to 4 user, I run groups. It is showing what are all the groups which I am the part of. Okay, and also you can run ID also. ID also will show complete information: user ID, group ID, primary group ID, secondary group ID, and the context. Context, I will show you what it means. Context means, okay, but concentrate up to here. It is displaying your ID, your group ID, your primary groups, secondary groups. Okay, so this is GID which is displaying here. It is your primary group, and also groups information. It is showing what are all the groups you are the part of. Okay, ID will display like that. Any doubts as of now? What is primary group, what is secondary group, and how to set a password?
ఐడి ఉంటే ప్రైమరీ గ్రూప్ లేకపోతే సెకండరీ గ్రూప్స్
అర్థం కాలేదండి, కెన్ యూ ప్లీజ్ రిపీట్?
అంటే యుఐడి జిఐడి ఉన్నాయి కదండి, అది ఐడి అని మెన్షన్ చేస్తే అవి ప్రైమరీ గ్రూప్స్ అన్నట్టు లేకపోతే సెకండరీ గ్రూప్స్ అన్నట్టు.
కాదండి, ఇక్కడ ఈ కమాండ్ లో చెప్తున్నారు మీరు?
అంటే కింద వచ్చాయి కదా యుఐడి అవి.
See, this primary group can be any. Okay, so when I am
అంటే ప్రైమరీ గ్రూప్ అని ఎలా తెలుస్తాయి అని?
ప్రైమరీ గ్రూప్ అని ఎలా తెలుస్తాయి అంటే, ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్టర్ యువర్ యూజర్ ఐడి వాట్ ఆర్ ఆల్ ద GID is displaying, it is your primary group. Okay, it is your primary group. After this it will display all the groups information which is having primary group also. Example, so groups. So here I'm the part of only one group. Okay, let me run id. See here what it is showing. Here my user id and my primary group id, and also it's showing groups and my primary. I am the part of only primary group. Root user is a part of only one group, that is primary group. Because of that reason here it's display only one group. If it is display like this, okay, let me add one more user. User add -u -g10. Okay, -c, comment will be any test user -t/home/test125 -m-s test125. Okay, now okay, 125. Now I have added one user. Okay, now I gave this user primary group is 10. Now let me su-test125 id. See here, I have added this user with group id is 10. My primary group is 10. Let me modify his user mod -capital G 996 comma. I will give 2-3 groups 29 982 29 comma 982 space test 125. Okay, now see su hyphen test 125. Now let me see id. See my primary group here, still my primary group information is not changed. Okay, see here user id and primary group id. Next it's giving me groups information, my primary group, my secondary group, again one more secondary group, and again one more second. So I'm the part of these many groups: wheels group, rpc user group, gnome initial setup group, and cgred group. It will display the groups information like this. Okay, so this user part of multiple groups, but primary is wheels group. Okay andi Nivedita garu, clear ayinda?
క్లియర్ అయిందండి.
Okay, anyone having any other doubts? What is primary group and what is secondary group? So why do we need to use add one user into multiple groups? Why do we need? See, you are the part of college. First, you need to be part of college group. Okay. సో కాలేజ్ గ్రూప్ లో ఉంటే ఏమవుతుందంటే, సో కాలేజ్ లెవెల్లో ఏమి ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ మీకు తెలియాలో, కాలేజ్ లెవెల్లో ఏమి ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ మీకు తెలియాలో, సో యువర్ ప్రైమరీ గ్రూప్ కాలేజ్ గ్రూప్ అండి. ఓకే, స్పెసిఫిక్ గా మీరు ఈసీ గ్రూప్ అనుకోండి. ఈసీ స్ట్రీమ్ లో ఏం జరుగుతుంది, నాకు ఈరోజు క్లాస్ ఉందా, ఈరోజు టైం టేబుల్ ఏంటి, కాలేజ్ లెవెల్లో ఏం తెలుస్తుందండి, ఈరోజు కాలేజ్ ఉందా లేదా, కాలేజ్ ఉంటే ఏమి యాక్టివిటీస్ ఉన్నాయి, అండ్ మన ప్రిన్సిపల్ ఎవరు, ఆ రేంజ్ లో తెలుస్తాయండి. అండ్ మన డైరెక్టర్ ఏం చేయబోతున్నారు ఆ లెవెల్. దెన్ ఈసీ లెవెల్లో ఏం తెలుస్తాయండి, మన స్ట్రీమ్ లెవెల్లో ఈరోజు మనకి క్లాస్ ఉందా, మన టైం టేబుల్ ఏంటి, మన పర్టికులర్ లెక్చరర్ లీవ్ లో ఉన్నారా లేదా, ప్రాక్టికల్స్ ఎన్నింటికి, స్పెసిఫిక్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్. సేమ్ అంతే ఇక్కడ కూడా ప్రైమరీ గ్రూప్ యాడ్ చేసినప్పుడు అసలు యూజర్స్ ప్రైమరీ గ్రూప్స్ సెకండరీ గ్రూప్స్ ఎందుకంటే, ఒక యూజర్ కి మల్టిపుల్ యాక్సెస్ కావాలండి, అంటే మల్టిపుల్ ఫైల్స్ మీద యాక్సెస్ కావాలి. సో దిస్ యూజర్ కెన్ బి ఏబుల్ టు యాక్సెస్ హిస్ ఓన్ ఫైల్స్ విత్ దిస్ ఓనర్షిప్. This user can be able to access the all files which are owned by wheel group, and this user can be able to access all the files which are owned by these groups also, because this user is a part of these groups also. Okay, this user is a part of these groups also. So the files which are owned by these groups also, the files are directories owned by these groups also, can be accessible by this user. Okay, so because of that reason, to get a proper permissions, to get a proper privileges, we will add one person into multiple groups depending on the requirement. Okay, నేను ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్తాను. ఒక సర్వర్ ఉందండి. సర్వర్లో హెచ్ఆర్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్కి సంబంధించిన అప్లికేషన్స్ రన్ అవుతున్నాయండి. హెచ్ఆర్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్కి సంబంధించిన అప్లికేషన్ రన్ అవుతుంది. హెచ్ఆర్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్లో డిఫరెంట్ గ్రూప్స్ ఉన్నాయండి. ఒకటి ఫైనాన్స్ గ్రూప్, రెండోది హెచ్ఆర్బిపి గ్రూప్, ఓకే, మూడోది మనం రిజైన్ చేస్తే రిలీజ్ చేస్తారు కదా, సో రిలీజ్ గ్రూప్. సో ఇలా 3 గ్రూప్స్ ఉన్నాయండి. ఓకే, ఒక ఎంప్లాయీ ఉన్నాడు, ఈ కంపెనీలో పనిచేసే ఎంప్లాయీ. ఎగ్జాంపుల్, ఒక ఎంప్లాయీ పేరు ఏ అండి. ఏ అని ఒక డైరెక్టరీ ఉంది. వాడి కింద ఫినాన్స్ టీమ్ వాళ్ళు మంత్లీ ఏ అనే ఒక డైరెక్టరీ ఉందండి. ఆ డైరెక్టరీలో ఈ ఏ ఈజ్ one person name, okay, one person name who is an employee of this company. This A folder is having his complete HR related documents, okay. What finance team will do, finance team will generate every month his payslip, okay. HRBP will generate his policy documents. Release team will be responsible whenever this A person is going to release, so they need to check this HRBP documents, means his joining date, and he is eligible for gratuity or not, he is eligible for any shift allowances or not. All these things they will check HRBP documents, and they will process with his release documents. Example, experience letter ani, relieving letter ani, ivanni istarandi. So how these different groups are going to get access of this single location? This owned by A, but these all finance, release, HRBP, everyone is going to get. How this going to get? That time we will add this A owner into multiple groups, and multiple groups add cheste. So on top of this, these users, the finance member, one member is going to there, so he is going to get access on this. In HRBP, one person will be there, so he is going to get access on this releases group, one person can be there, so he is going to get access of this directory. So like that we can add one user into multiple groups. Okay, this is one use case. And I have already told I need to be part of application logs, troubleshooting, and I need to part of admin group, so I can be put it into multiple groups, so that I can able to access my own file, and also I can able to access the other groups which are added as a secondary group. I can be able to access that files also. Any doubts? Let me show in practical the same thing. Okay, I'm having different users. Okay, so OS boxes user is a member of 2 groups. Okay, his primary group is 1000 and his secondary group is 10. And okay, let me add some more secondary group for him. Okay, let me add user mod hyphen capital G 555 అనేది లేదనుకుంటా group. Let me say group, etc group. Okay, let me add 101003 user mod hyphen capital G 1003 OS boxes. Now I have added this user into my su-os boxes. So now I am the part of OS boxes and test 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now I am the part of OS boxes and test 1, 2, 3 group. Git grep OS boxes user mod hyphen capital G 1003 comma 10 wheels group కి వెళ్ళిపోయింది ఇక్కడ. Let me add that one also. su hyphen OS boxes. Now groups. See, now I'm the part of my own group. This is my primary group. My secondary groups are wheels and test 1, 2, 3. Now let me see. Let me create one file. Touch test. Now I have created one file test. Now this is my own user and this is my own group. Okay, vi test. I'm adding some file, some data into my file. I'm able to add because I'm the owner of this file. Okay, I'm the owner of this file. Now let me exit cd. Now I am a root user. Let me change some permissions. Okay, -l. This is the file, test file. Let me change the permission. Ch mod ch own. Okay, ch own. Now I will change this ownership as a 101 and 101. Test user. Here the user test user test user. Okay, let me change test user colon test user test. Okay, now this file ownership has been changed. Okay, let me try to open this su-u os boxes. Okay, cat test. I'm able to open because the others are having read privileges. Okay, let me write something vi test. See what it is saying. This test is read only for you. Okay, I am not able to do anything. I'm not able to do anything because this belongs to test user. This belongs to test user and others are having only read privileges. I can just read it. Let me do one more thing now. chgrp wheel wheel and this test ls-l test. Now I have changed the group ownership of this file to wheel and this OS boxes is a member of wheels group. Okay, correct. This OS box, why here chgrp I changed only group, it changed the owner also. Test user should be there, right? ch own test user colon wheel test ls-l test. Now see here, this is owned by test and group ownership is wheel. Let me try to access this file as a OS boxes. See ls-l test. Okay, let me try to write something vi test. I can able to read it or not first test. Yeah, I'm able to read it because others also having read permissions. Now let me write something vi test. See here, I'm not getting this file is not a read permission. This file previously what it say, it is a read only file. Okay. Hi, this line I am adding as I got group permission. Okay, let me add this. See, it's not saying anything because cat test, because I'm the part of wheels group, and this wheel group ownership is having read write permission. Group ownership is having group can be read write. It's saying group can be read write because my OS boxes user is a part of wheels group. Because of that reason, I am able to read write this file. Are you understand or not? This is very important, and if you didn't understand this, it will be very critical to manage the users. It is very critical to do some troubleshooting on the permissions level. If you didn't understand, let me know. మీకు అర్థం కాకపోతే ఇప్పుడే అడగండి, నేను మళ్ళీ మళ్ళీ చెప్తాను, ఒకటికి రెండు సార్లు అయినా చెప్తాను. అర్థం కాకపోతే అడగండి ఏదన్నా కన్ఫ్యూజన్ ఉంటే. ప్రీవియస్లీ నేను ఎందుకు లాగిన్ అవ్వలేక, నేను ఎందుకు యాక్సెస్ చేయలేకపోయానండి, ఇక్కడ ఈ యూజరు ఈ ఫైలు టెస్ట్ యూజర్ ఓనర్. ఓకే, టెస్ట్ యూజర్ ఇక్కడ ప్రివిలేజెస్ ఏమున్నాయండి, ఓన్లీ యూజర్ కి మాత్రమే రీడ్ రైట్, గ్రూప్ కి మాత్రమే రీడ్ రైట్, అదర్స్ హ్యావింగ్ రీడ్ ఓన్లీ పర్మిషన్స్. అండ్ ఇక్కడ యూజర్ టెస్ట్ యూజర్, గ్రూప్ టెస్ట్ యూజరే. బికాస్ ఆఫ్ దట్ రీజన్ I am not the member of this test user and I am not a test user. I am not the member of OS boxes is not a test user, and OS boxes is not the part of test user group at least. Okay, because of that reason, when I try to modify this file, when this file is having this ownership, I got read only permissions. Okay, now I changed that group, that file group to wheel. See, I changed this file ownership of group to wheel. Now as a OS boxes, I can able to modify this file because I'm not a owner, but I'm a part of this wheel group. Okay, this OS boxes is a part of this wheel group, and group is having read write privileges. And since I am a part of this wheel group, I can able to read and write this file. ఇక్కడ వరకు ఏమైనా డౌట్ ఉందా? మళ్ళీ తెలుగులో ఒకసారి చెప్తాను చూడండి. నాకు ఒక ఫైల్ ఉందండి. ఓకే, లెట్ మీ గో టు దిస్. నాకు ఒక ఫైల్ ఉందండి. ఓకే, దిస్ ఫైల్ ఇస్ అ టెస్ట్ ఫైల్. టెస్ట్ ఫైల్ ఓనర్ ఎవరంటే టెస్ట్ యూజర్. ఓనర్ లేకపోతే ఒక పని చేయండి, శ్రీను అని ఒక యూజర్ ఉన్నాడండి. వీడి గ్రూపు ఏదో ఒకటి, ఏం గ్రూప్ పెడదాం. ఓకే, వీడి పేరుతోనే ఒక గ్రూప్ ఉందండి, శ్రీను గ్రూప్ అని. ఓకే, శ్రీను గ్రూప్ అని పెట్టారు. సో this user can be able to access this file, and who are all the part of this group can be able to this file. Okay, now I am a user, OS boxes user. I am not a Srinu, I am not a member of this Srinu group. Okay, then I am not going to get access of this file. I am not going to get, I am not the member of this, I am not a Srinu also. Okay, now I'm not going to get any privileges until others are having read write. Others, ఇక్కడ చూడండి, I'm a other member, I'm not a group member or I'm not a owner. Until others are having, see here, others showing this last line, right? Others is having only read only permissions. Read only permissions means whenever I am not the member of this group or I am not a owner, I am going to get only read permissions. I am going to get only read permission. Okay, now what I did, I just changed in place of Srinu, I just did, I'm a part of one group, wheel group. What I did, I removed this ownership as a root user. Now what I did, Srinu /wheel. Now let's see. So the file permissions are read write /read hyphen. Now as a other group I got this, and as a other member in previous guest I am not a Srinu and I am not a member of the Srinu group. Now I got this privileges. Now what I changed, I removed this and I have added this where I am a member of. Okay, where I am a member of Wheels group, I changed this. What I got this. Now I'm not a Srinu. Okay, I don't want this privileges, I'm not going to get these privileges. But next, group privileges is having read write. Then come to group, I'm a part of this group. OS boxes is a part of this group. Because of that reason I am going to get these privileges. Okay, previously I'm a other user. So because of that reason, what are all the privileges, what are all the permissions other user is having, I got that. Now I'm a part of member of this group, one group which is owned by this file. So the group privileges which I am going to get, same is read write as of now. Okay, this is what I did. Okay, అర్థమైందా అర్థం కాలేదా? అర్థం కాకపోతే అడగండి, ఇది చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. మాట్లాడండి, అర్థమైందా అర్థం కాలేదా? ఐ పీపుల్ అండర్స్టూడ్ ఆర్ నాట్? బాస్ ప్లీజ్, ఎనీవన్? యా, గో హెడ్.
రీడ్ అదర్స్ అని ఇచ్చారు కదా ఫస్ట్, అంటే అదర్స్ రీడ్ ఓన్లీ రీడ్ అని వచ్చింది. తర్వాత మళ్ళీ మీరు అది ఒకసారి షేర్ చేయరా? తర్వాత కూడా ఓన్లీ రీడ్ అనే వచ్చింది కదా.
తర్వాత రీడ్ ఎక్కడ వచ్చిందండి? ఐఎమ్ ఏబుల్ టు రైట్ సంథింగ్, రైట్? విఐ అని ఓపెన్ చేసి ఇదే ఫైల్లో ఐ కెన్ సీ దిస్. హై, దిస్ లైన్ ఐఎమ్ యాడింగ్
అది
యాజ్ ఐ గాట్ అ గ్రూప్ పర్మిషన్. యా,
అది రాశారు కదా, అంటే దానికి పర్మిషన్ ఎలా తీసుకున్నారు? అంటే ఇక్కడ ఎడిట్ చేశారా ఏదైనా మోడిఫికేషన్?
అదేనండి నేను చెప్పింది. నేను సిహెచ్ ఓన్ చేసి. ఓకే, లెట్ మీ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ వన్ మోర్ థింగ్. మేబీ ఐ విల్ ట్రై ఇన్ డిఫరెంట్ వే. ఓకే, ఓకే, మన ఇల్లు ఉందండి. ఓకే, ఈ ఫైల్ని మన ఇల్లు అనుకోండి. ఓకేనా, ఈ ఫైల్ మన ఇల్లు. మన సర్వర్ ఉందండి, మన సర్వర్లో ఒక ఫైల్ ఉంది. ఇది మన ఇల్లు అండి, మన ఇల్లు ఒక సర్వర్ అనుకోండి. ఒక ఫైల్ మనం ఏదో ఒక ఇన్స్ట్రుమెంట్ పెట్టుకున్నాం అండి, ఒక టీవీ అనుకోండి. టీవీ మీ ఫాదర్ తీసుకొచ్చారండి. ఓకే, మీ ఫాదర్ తీసుకొచ్చారు. ఫాదర్ ఇస్ ద ఓనర్. ఓకే, ఫాదర్ కెన్ బి ఏబుల్ టు యాక్సెస్ దిస్ ఫైల్, దిస్ టీవీ, రైట్? ఫాదర్ కొన్నారు, ఫాదర్ కెన్ బి ఏబుల్ టు యాక్సెస్ దిస్ టీవీ. అండ్ one group is a family group. Okay, family group, there is one family group. Okay, so who are all the members? And father is a member, mother is a member, and brother, and you also one member. Okay, so as a group member you also can be able to get this, right? Get this access, right? Correct or not? Okay, so you people are the group members, but you are not the owner. You didn't bring this, you are not the owner, but you people are the family group. So you all will get the access of this TV, right? There is one other person, and there is one other person who is a visitor for our house. Okay, he can also just see this TV. He can't having access to change some settings. He can't be able to do operate the remote. He can't do, right? He can't remove the TV from this place. As a owner you can do, or as a family members you are having authorities to change the place from one place to another place, or to modify something. As a guest user he is having only read access, and only what are all the channels which you put. మనం మామూలుగా జస్ట్ మాట్లాడుకుంటే, if he is having proper person, proper behavior unte, he can come and he can see what are all the channel which you put, and he can see and he can go as a guest person, right? If you added this person, if you treat this person as a family member, what are all the privileges which you are going to get? Then this person also going to get, right?
Okay.
Okay, that is how, if you added one user into a group which is owned by this file, that user also going to get same privileges, the same thing which I shown you. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
and here one more thing, if you went into your relatives home and okay, your relative, for example మీ పెద్దమ్మోళ్ళ ఇంటికో మీ పెదనాన్నోళ్ళ ఇంటికో వెళ్ళారు, ఇది సపరేట్ గ్రూప్, ఓకేనా, ఇది పెదనాన్న హౌస్, ఓకే, పెదనాన్న హౌస్. బట్ యు ఆర్ ఆల్సో మీకు ఇక్కడ ప్రైమరీ గ్రూప్ ఉందండి, మీరు వన్ ఆఫ్ ది పార్ట్. అండ్ సెకండరీ మెంబర్ గా మీరు పెదనాన్న ఫ్యామిలీలో కూడా మెంబరే కదా, పెదనాన్న వాళ్ళ ఇంటికో పెద్దమ్మ వాళ్ళ ఇంటికో అక్క వాళ్ళ ఇంటికో వెళ్తే ఈ ఫ్యామిలీలో కూడా మీరు మెంబరే అవుతారుగా. సో ఇది మీ సెకండరీ గ్రూప్ అండి. మీ ప్రైమరీ ఫ్యామిలీ, మీ ఇల్లు మీ ప్రైమరీ ఫ్యామిలీ, మీది ప్రైమరీ గ్రూప్ అయిపోయింది. యు ఆర్ ఆల్సో పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ దిస్
Secondary
సెకండరీ
group.
గ్రూప్. సెకండరీ గ్రూప్ లో కూడా మీరు మెంబరే. మీరు సెకండరీ గ్రూప్ లో మెంబర్, అండ్ ఇక్కడ వీళ్ళింట్లో కూడా టీవీ ఉంటే యూ కెన్ బి ఏబుల్ టు యాక్సెస్ దిస్ టీవీ ఆల్సో. లైక్ వాట్ ఆర్ ఆల్ ద ప్రైమరీ, ఇక్కడ మీ పెదనాన్న వాళ్ళకి ప్రైమరీ ఫ్యామిలీ ఉండేది కదండి, వాళ్ళకి పిల్లలు ఉంటారు, వాళ్ళ ఓనరు అందరు ఉంటారు. సో you will get same privileges what your pedanana family is going to get. You will be member of this, right? So this is how secondary groups will be, primary group, secondary group, and owner will be, ఇక్కడ మీ పెదనాన్న గారు ఓనర్ అయితే ఇక్కడ మీ ఫాదర్ ఓనర్ ఈ ఫైల్స్ కి. సేమ్ అలాగే గ్రూప్ లో ఎవరెవరైతే ఉంటారో వాళ్ళందరూ యూ కెన్ బి ఏబుల్ టు గెట్ యాక్సెస్. అండ్ హియర్ ఆల్సో you also going to get, and your secondary family also going to get. So that is how primary group and secondary group will act. ఇప్పుడు అర్థమైందండి?
అర్థమైంది.
ఓకే, ఇంకా ఎవరికైనా ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయా? హౌ సెకండరీ గ్రూప్ అండ్ ప్రైమరీ గ్రూప్ విల్ వర్క్? ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయండి? సో ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి. ఇది ప్రైమరీ గ్రూప్ లోకి యాడ్ చేయడానికి -g. ఓకే, సో యూజర్ మోడ్ ఆర్ at the time of user add, if you pass -g pass చేస్తే that will be add as a primary group. Okay, that will be add in a primary group. User mod or user add లో if you pass -G, నాకు హైఫన్ రావట్లేదు అందుకని నేను అండర్స్కోర్ ఇస్తున్నాను, G ఇస్తే it will do as a secondary group. This is for primary group, this is for secondary group. Okay, this is for primary, this is for secondary. And how to see password information of a one user? CHAGE-L, enter. See, password information to see, CHAGE-L is a command. -L means list, so it will display complete information of your password. ఒక్క నిమిషం అండి. Yeah, so CHAGE is one command. Okay, remember this command and try to run this command in while doing today practice, and just observe what are all the things which is displaying. Okay, last password change, password expire, password inactive, account expire, minimum number of days between the change, maximum number of days between the change, and the number of days warning password expire. So just run this command CHAGE-L and user. Okay, CHAGE-L, for example root, permission denied, I am not a root user. -l root. So run like this, and keep in mind tomorrow I will explain what are all these things. Okay, this information is called password aging, and password aging also one important topic. As a admin, you need to take care of password aging also. Password aging is one important topic in Linux. Okay, so if I say password aging, user administration finish అవుతుందండి. యాక్చువల్ గా ఇంకా కొంచెం ఉంటది, sudo privileges ఎలా యాడ్ చేయాలి అవన్నీ. సో రేపు I will try to finish. Then if I finish tomorrow user administration, then we'll go to file systems creation. అండి ఫైల్ సిస్టమ్స్ అంటే ఏంటి, వాటిని ఎలా చూస్తాము, ఎలా క్రియేట్ చేస్తాము, అవన్నీ నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్ నేను చెప్పుకుందాం. రేపు పాస్వర్డ్ ఏజింగ్ అండ్ అట్ ది సేమ్ టైం ఒక యూజర్ కి సూడో ప్రివిలేజెస్ ఎలా ఇస్తామో రేపు చెప్తాను. ఓకే,
ఇది మొత్తం లైనెక్స్ మీదే ఉంటారా?
నేనండి
అంటే మీరు చెప్తుంది ఇప్పటి వరకు చెప్పింది మొత్తం లైనెక్స్ గురించి కదా?
అవునండి, మొత్తం లైనెక్స్ బేసిక్స్ మొత్తం.
అంటే ఎన్ని డేస్ లైనెక్స్ బేసిక్స్ ఉంటుంది?
ఇదొక ఇంకో 10 days పడుతుందండి ఈజీగా. ఎందుకంటే మీకు నేను పైన చెప్పేసి వదిలేస్తే మళ్ళీ కుదరదు. సో యాజ్ ఎ డెవాప్స్ ఇంజనీర్ గా, లేదా ఒక క్లౌడ్ అడ్మిన్ గా వెళ్ళాలంటే ఎంత వరకు కావాలో అంతవరకు చెప్తానండి నేను. ఇంకో 10 days పట్టొచ్చు లైనెక్స్.
ఓకే, తర్వాత
ఏడబ్ల్యూఎస్ స్టార్ట్ చేస్తానండి. క్లౌడ్ మీకు ఏడబ్ల్యూఎస్ వచ్చా ఆల్రెడీ ఎవరికైనా?
లేదండి.
ఓకే, దెన్ నెక్స్ట్ ఏడబ్ల్యూఎస్ స్టార్ట్ చేస్తాను, క్లౌడ్.
ఓకే
ఓకే, సో దట్స్ ఆల్ ఫర్ టుడే. ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి ఈరోజు. తర్వాత ఈ కమాండ్ రన్ చేయండి, లాస్ట్ లో ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసి ఈ కమాండ్ రన్ చేయండి. జస్ట్ చెక్ దిస్ అవుట్పుట్. ఓకే, what it is giving, what are all these things, I will explain you tomorrow. Okay, yeah Sujit, any doubts or?
No, brother.
Okay,
Okay, brother.
sure. And
Bye.
then yeah, thank you all, bye.
Thank you.